Welcome, Scorpio, to the month of April 2018. I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and this is another general transits reading for those of you born with your sun, moon, and or rising signs in the ninth zodiacal sign of Scorpio, the Scorpion, and or Phoenix rising from the ashes. All right, first off, I want to wish all you Scorpios a happy belated Easter, if that is possibly what you celebrate or anything. And of course, there was April Fool's Day, but I'm not fooling around. I am here to express my apologies for not being around for the past several months due to financial difficulties. So now that I'm back, I'm going to start right in. April 1st, the moon and Uranus oppose each other from your 6th house of work and service given to your 12th house of the subconscious mind. And that happens at 22 hours and 58 minutes into the hour. And then on April 2nd, there becomes an exact full moon at 11 minutes 23 seconds. Here again, the sun in opposition to the full moon, along with Mercury, which also went retrograde, or is currently retrograde, from April 2nd to April 15th. And so what this can mean for you is sudden epiphanies, perhaps, sudden subconscious upsets. Doesn't have to be, but pay attention to your dreams. And then on April 3rd, the moon continues to wane, but comes into your first house of where you have your sign, and it conjuncts at 6 minutes 56 seconds. And what you'll want to watch out for is potential weight gain, as the moon is an emotional luminary, or energy, along with the largest body of the solar system, Jupiter. And when it's conjunct in the first house of the self and body, there is a tendency to put on or retain water, put on weight or retain water. And then on April 6th, the moon goes into your second house in Sagittarius, in the house of money and finances and what you value, trining your 6th house, trining Uranus in your 6th house at 18 minutes 2 seconds. And with this harmonious trine, you have a good flow, ebb and flow of money, possibly a sudden raise and or promotion, which can be highlighted by how you think, but think things over carefully before you sign anything while Mercury is retrograde. And then on April 8th, the moon goes into its last quarter, joining in with your ruling planet Pluto and Mars, which is, I think, your sub-ruler, and Saturn, all in your third house of communications and short distance travel. And what then happens is that the moon squares Uranus this time, and so you'll want to be mindful of what you say. Don't be too aggressive, but don't be too reticent. Use your words in a transformational way, and wrap things up, last minute tax forms, and make sure to dot your I's and cross your T's, especially with this square. And then on April 8th, then, oh no, wait, I'm jumping ahead of myself. April 11th, excuse me. On April 11th, the moon also sextiles Uranus from your third to your sixth house. Oh, from your fourth to your sixth house, because that's a sextile is 2 signs away and or 60 degrees. So from the fourth house to the sixth house, fourth house of the home to your sixth house of work and health, nutrition and otherwise, you now have yet another harmonious angle or energy. And then the moon goes into your fifth house of romance and creativity, into the sign of Pisces, trining Jupiter in your sign. So now you have the ability to far outweigh your competition, but in a gentle, harmonious way when it comes to emotionally, romantically attracting a new romantic partner. And then on April 15th, this retrograde gets out of here and Mercury goes direct. April 15th. Phew, this is good news for everybody. Then the moon goes into its new phase at 26 degrees 2 minutes Aries. Aries, the fire sign. So now you'll have a chance to ask for a new skill set or a new position in your workplace, or start mentally thinking of new health routines and suddenly take care of your health. And because Uranus rules Aquarius, your other fixed sign, it rules the ankle area, so be very careful of your ankles as well while this new moon is happening, because we tend to want to take off on new, fresh starts suddenly and don't want to do that. And then there's that conjunction with the moon and Uranus. And that's why I'm saying, because also the planet Uranus rules earthquakes, sudden things that happen, And then also, on April 20th, the moon conjuncts Venus, on April 17th, the moon conjuncts Venus in your 7th house of relationships and others at 14 minutes and 28 seconds, giving you a pleasant emotional experience with others as well as your significant other. And then on April 20th, the moon in Gemini sextiles Uranus again from your 6th to your 8th houses at 14 minutes 28 seconds. And here you can ask for a loan because it's a short but sweet, gentle energy with this sextile. And then on April 22nd, the first quarter moon happens in your 9th house. So now your moon, the moon in Cancer, in your 9th house of law and philosophy, is now going to be squaring Uranus. But don't let that throw you, because this is only a challenge. I always see squares and oppositions as challenges. So, or awareness points. And so you have the ability to possibly work overseas or think in broader, higher-minded, emotional terms, rather than being so inward as your or secretive, as your ruling planet Pluto is also here in your 3rd house of communications, which could possibly make you more secretive this month. And then on April 24th, the moon in Leo goes into your 10th house of career, trining Uranus. So again, you can really be pleasantly speaking with your superiors in your career field. But don't let the moon in Leo cause your ego to be too inflated. And then you'll get along fine with this harmonious trine. And then on April 26th, the moon goes into Virgo, into your 11th house of friendships, and then trines your ruling planet again, or at least for this first time in this month, from your 11th to your 3rd houses. So you could actively be communicating with your friends in an emotional and concrete, philosophical, way, since the moon rules Cancer, and there's all that ties into a beautiful scenario. And then on April 29th, the moon comes back into its original position in Libra, into your 12th house, and once again opposes Uranus and all other planets, the sun in Aries and everything included, and creates yet another opportunity to branch out in the workplace. And that's on April 30th at 9 degrees 39 minutes. And with that, I want to thank you once again for watching my video and liking. Give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you feel. And so let's get those oppositions out of there. Even though they're awarenesses, let's have more harmonious trines. Woohoo! So, all right. So once again, I'm really happy to be back. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Bye for now.